What's going on, everybody? My question today is for you to ask yourself are you content where you are, and are you pushing forward in life? Are you striving for better? Because this is a constant balance, and it's really hard to maintain both. To be happy where you are, but always striving for better, and yet to be pushing for better, but be happy where you are. It's all about being content, but not complacent. You might be making lots of goals in a moment of motivation, and goal after goal, you think, this is where I want my life to be. But you go back and you say, this is where I am right now. And you can't bridge the gap, and you can't really see how to get there. And so you find discontentment. I know for me, I do have a lot of goals. But I found 4 ways from a Christian perspective where I can be content where I am, while also always pushing for better, because that's what life's all about, right? It's about growing and moving forward. First way is just not to compare yourself with anybody. God has a unique path for each person. And so while it's really easy to look at other people's lives doing things that you wish you could be doing and say, that's who I want to be, that's where I want to be, why can't I be there? Don't compare yourself, because God has a plan for everyone, and He knows what's best, and He knows the perfect timing. Going along with that is simply enjoying the journey that life takes you on. With goals, spiritual goals, physical goals, we know everything is a journey and it takes time. So it's really helpful to just enjoy the place where you're at right now. Each phase of the journey is special in its own way. And so you never like life, you never want to wish you were in the next phase. Each phase has something to offer. So just be happy where you are in the process. It's getting a bit windy out here. So the next thing to consider is the physical goal, or something that you're striving for physically. The tangibleness of it is not what lasts. That's not what's important. Because once you reach that, it's not going to provide lasting happiness. What really matters is the process that will take you on. The experiences that you go through, how it's going to help you grow on a more spiritual, emotional level. That's what matters, because our souls will live forever, not our physical bodies. So that's what really matters. The material things of this world are more of a byproduct. Who you become in the process, your character, that's what really matters. So don't worry so much about reaching those physical goals. What do you think about the character you're developing through the process of reaching them? The last one is all about trusting God. Recognize the ways that God has worked in your life in the past, and the Psalms do this all the time, where they see how God has worked in the past and how He's still here in the present. So don't worry so much about how something's going to come about, how you're going to reach your goals. Keep trusting and following God's path, and it will happen. And just remember that one day, you're going to be well off in the future, looking back at this time and thinking, did I trust God that He would bring me to where I am? Because that's what you really want to be remembering. And remember that contentment doesn't mean complacency. Complacency is where you're happy where you are, and you don't feel you need it to improve at all. Contentment is trusting in God, being okay with where you are right now, but continuing to strive for better. And that's all I got. Have a great day.